Well, hello. I will be doing a speed run of this game. Well, I'm just doing the for the speed run for the trophy. I will be using like one cheat to max out the main character's stats. Well, only his strength stat really, since this is my third playthrough, and his weapon is already nearly maxed out his stat. So I'll increase his stat to max. And for fun, all the other ones. I don't even know what luck does for people, so it does for things, so I'll just max it out for fun. I will use a cheat to get load out everyone out, so they're all out, but I won't. The only reason I'll be doing that is to then put them in outfits I want. As you can see, I already leveled these guys up to 200. 100%, this is the last trophy I need for this. And you can see how much grade I got. Oops, she's right. Just click that. Gets them all. Forget about that. Just take everything, even though it's pointless. 10 times. I've already gotten the one for low level, so I don't need to worry. This is the only trophy I have to worry about. Because it's the only trophy. It's the only trophy. Alright, bring up that program up first. I'm using Save Wizard to take care of the cheats. Really don't like it shows the white bar for some reason up there. And the game broke. For some reason, I accidentally hit a tab. For some reason, every time I click it, it for some reason shuts it. Words shuts it down. Okay, back to this double grade. It's not like I can need it, but just do it for fun. Don't really need this, but do it for fun. Who would XP? I'll just make it at. I could mismake it every once in a while at 200, but that won't be fun. So I'll just be maxing out characters. This one I don't really need, but turn it on, even though I'm not going to use it. Hit that for fun and fun. I already seen them all. Easy difficulty. All at once. Need everything to go super duper fast. Do know I'll be skipping all cutscenes when available. What? Okay. Oh, right. I left him in this costume. As said, what last trip I got last playthrough was, well, bunny ears. My usual getup. Well, I'm gonna go save. Add everyone into the roster. Real quick. Well, to you, it'll be instantaneous. Okay, as you see, it still says level 5. But when we get in... I have the full roster of me. What? Level 255? Okay, I think I may need to juice his health. I think I'm just gonna go do that. Well, let's first get everyone dressed appropriately. Since I had to... As you can see, I may have them all in, but still, it gets a little bit interesting in terms of if their introduction weapons do change in cutscenes. Like, I've equipped like their final weapons on, and it does react. Let's see. So let's see what's be funny for her to be equipped to when being introduced. This. I have a this because I have a lot of them. Let's see what you do have a lot of. Or don't care about this. This doesn't matter. Leave him in a normal bag. Like I said, like I tested it with her weapon disappears. Diff contract. You don't. Repeat has a doesn't really leave the party that much, but just see. You could stay with what you equipped with. Yeah, might as well. Give. Oh, it looks like I gave him max stats. I thought I turned that up, made sure he didn't get that. Luck doesn't seem to have changed at all. Oh, there his health goes. He's in great pain. I didn't want him to be do it, but fine. Oh, wait on. now fixes itself. I'm just gonna load this again. Best weapon. And let's see. Doesn't really matter what I could to him. Might as well make sure he can't get stats ailmented. Then he's just, well, impossible to deal with. This one you have to do a light side quest for. What not? Why not? Dragon Tooth. That. Repeat, stay. It's just more entertaining that you're equipped with this weapon of all things. Means as it when he joins our party for the so-called tower, he will be equipped with his normal longsword. I think it is one of these weapons. It could be the True Knight or this Knight Sword. So it will just be gone. No, I think it was the White Knight Sword that he came in with. And I'll wait for him to actually officially join to equip that. Since then he would be equipped with it until when for all the other cutscenes he would be using it. So put Harry and similar to Repeat, I don't have very many weapons I can slap on them. This weapon, which as said, will be at the end of her story. Okay, I'm going to just let that thing naturally level up. Okay, let's change that and then get going. Just for a bit of this. When I did my first playthrough, I had her equipped with this until I got the swimsuit. So why not? If you don't know that outfit, it's from Xenosaga. Well, it's a game which I played, and I will eventually do play with an emulator to stream it, or maybe I'll just do similar to how this one, just record it and then post it. Hey, you want a news?
You there?
Too bad I couldn't keep the. There's one item that's really ridiculous, which if you play the game and did the optional and got the so-called one for the Savage twin tag team match, or team match, you would find out that, oh look, you get an item which allows you to get your limit gauge up to level 8.
Oh. I know more.
And I am sorry if I mixed some things up, since even my second round, I was just trying to get through content quickly so I can find all the monsters I was missing. I sometimes got lost. Do you need to read tutorials? No. And then they're just going to give me the tutorials anyways. These guys, which their only reason is to... Oh, look, just...
You should thank me. I'm giving you some extra practice.
Oh, I feel so powerful. Ooh, that...
Come on, guy.
Next time they show up, they're going to have a
So like I was saying,
tutorial for me. Yeah, Yuri's run. He totally got a imaginary sword. Holy water. Hey, so you just locked up the princess in here? Ah, darn it. I've hit yes.
Don't hurt us now. The sign of victory. Okay. Yay! Good job.
Take a look.
And because I have so much holy water, I don't have to worry about enemies.
Man.
Or for...
careful. I think it shouldn't be.
Yikes, Yuri moves so
Man,
quick.
Is this what knights do now? Don't they teach?
I forgot about that cutscene. I wanted to see her equipped with the wrong thing. And since I said she will show up equipped with the item which I equipped her with for cutscenes. Which is why I can't equip them with my expensive stuff.
Yeah.
This is.
Apparently there's a movie that's supposed to tie into what happened before the events of this game. I think it was Tales of the Story of First Strike, which basically talks,
Then
So,
me?
and
I'll finish after they're done talking.
Whoa. What is it?
I can't be.
So,
I wish I.
listen. As soon.
In that other. Will you please?
Here's this annoying piece of garbage.
Prepare to. Haven't you ever heard? I am.
Alright, I guess I missed my chance for that cutscene.
You got the
Holy cow! Fast Yuri moves.
Yeah. That's it. What's with him?
Well, I guess if
Yuri!
you're if
Stay away.
But
Bring it.
The things.
As I said, currently the current model right there is the model for the game. Is for the in battle model,
Relax.
while the model
Well,
which
quick
they
fling to
use
you.
outside
Not
is
in the
normally
least.
different. But you notice she's equipped with the.
Oops.
But still, for that battle, then she swapped to the weapons I
You've got
equipped
the
her
wrong
with.
guy.
He's not.
Details.
Equipped with. It gets ridiculous sometimes.
This is my room. I'll go.
Got it.
No peeking.
Just in case.
It's not like.
Flynn.
Thank.
There.
Yeah, really appropriate.
What? Do I look strange?
And now she has officially joined our party. Unlike her, you can see that she's completely safe in terms of things. As but other characters are unsafe with when you get certain weapons. And I could prove the sanctuary. Alright. Actually, I don't really need these. Why not? Consume CP. I doubt I can equip any axes. Don't really need this. Oh, don't want these. Don't really need. I don't need you. Don't need you guys. Don't need any of you guys. This thing's what I think it does. Which I haven't tested out. Only characters equipped with this skill will participate. Would that mean if I equip it to certain people, they're guaranteed to show up in that fight only, even during surprise attacks? Oh, I will try it out. Well, when we get to the shrine, well, the place where we normally get Rita. I'll test it out there if we have any of the extra characters still in our party. Oh, need to make sure I don't have that stupid race in my inventory. Oop. Actually, don't need you guys. Oh, don't need you guys. Actually, I may want to equip a different weapon because I forget it had that annoying ability on it, Gale and Alchemy. Okay. As I said, for these guys, I'll wait until they are higher level to start piling things on. Except for Repeat. Because Repeat is special. And will be basically be on my team at all times. Okay, let's see, Pro. Okay, let's see. Holy, yeah, this one, Holy Breath. One of the most useful abilities. Increases the... increases time with it, and multi-item. Another useful item thing. Okay, and lucky item. Too bad. Okay. Let's continue onward. Alright, forward. That means our holy breath, holy water will now last us way longer.
So,
Let's work together.
I
I just can't hold back.
can
that should take.
I didn't.
so I
Really?
You can take
Yuri?
whichever.
but so I originally didn't want Flynn to have this right stats. I thought I unequipped it, but it looks like it's still, as I said, sometimes it just turns back on. So I didn't want him to have these broken stats. Well, I guess they are rivals. Of course, also, we can't tell how powerful the sword is anymore because of Yuri's broken stats. But I guess you could tell from hers that she hasn't killed that much. This weapon gets stronger for each enemy killed. Here's Rita's kill. Rita has killed a lot. Because of, well, tidal wave. Tidal wave is is a very useful spell with her, which nukes the whole entire battlefield. And it can stun
Man,
lock small enemies. And well, when limit breaks are used, well, limit bursts, Sorry. She can limit bursts, breaks, or things. She can insta-cast, then. Okay. So that what max agility does to someone.
You there!
Means I said back to the weapon. The weapon that Yuri had, the red one, which okay, now Repeat has now officially joined our ranks. Ninja Jaw. Of course, I like equipping him with this since he has elemental resistance against everything because of the H in ribbon. And now for his thing I like equipping him with. Even though I made it he can't steal, since I don't want him to be doing that. When Rita is retrieved, tidal wave only. Over. Still, this person's group. They're also on over there south of the castle as well, as you can see. So they clearly can be in two places at the same time. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna do it because I think it's amusing. You can get two cutscenes in here. And look, now the cutscene with the next character we're going to get plays when we don't actually have him. It's just a bit amusing that that occurs. Okay, so for right now we can't get surprise attacked.
That was easy.
Okay, we can get another useful skill from Repeat. Okay, I just have to find it. It's the one that makes him show health bars, which I like. Ah, here it is. Scan. And now we'll deal with... So, I need to complete this in 15 hours, which should be quick, being that my...
If weapons you equip those, if you, however, each weapon.
Yeah, I have to watch this.
So that try. Did you? You should.
Yeah.
Weapon though, if you, however,
Oh no, it's the owl all over again.
each weapon when you.
If people
A
don't
partic-
know
so,
what
that
Owl I'm
tri- I'm
referring
afraid you
to,
get o-
it's the Legend of Zelda. It's
you
Ocarina
should
of Time Owl.
If web though, if you, however, each web when you a particular so that try. I'm afraid. Did you
Yes,
you learn? You
I
should be.
understand.
I can't.
Don't get me. There are.
Monster.
I
Did you hear
dove
that?
by accident.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I can skip that scene. The battle book, but I already have everything I need.
Oh, so much for.
Okay, where is she? There you are. Yep, that's where I'm going next. Feels like I'm faster than usual, and normally I play this 2 times. Is it because I hacked Yuri's speed and made him faster? I haven't used a single one of those mint items. And why do mints increase people's stats in the Tales of series? No, I didn't pay attention. Or no, alright, he doesn't show up until the... And we'll cook this. Seafood. Yuri and seafood. And if we get injured... it'll be another Yuri special. Where are you? Did I pass by you? Or do they strip me of it? Ah, here it is. The 2 best things in the game. Too bad, still those limit break orbs don't carry over.
Whoa!
Well, looks... And now Carol has joined the party. Let's equip him. Oh yeah, by the way, some of the armor sets people made DLC. They later on made as DLC outfits. Like the 2 armor it's I equipped. Let's see, make him. Oh, this is how he would look like in the armor. But I keep him tail. Same thing goes for, as I said, our dog got a ninja hat, and so they made it visible. And this armor set for this outfit that I'm currently putting him, he has similar to same thing. He has a helmet and armor chest piece that look exactly like this. Okay, let's get back to... Next person who will be getting is Rita, which, as said, Rita is, as said, is the first of the bugged characters, which I can say, but which I will call bugged, and this is where we'll wind up losing some people. Shake up the hill. It's been poisoned. Yeah, I got like 99 on me. But only the only the storyline version is any good. Fun. Let's see what it takes to make one. It takes these, which I clearly have all the ingredients needed to make it. But it wants the storyline version.
Come on, Carol.
As you can see, the party is mixed up. Get out here. Carol's unfortunate part of the story, Kate, but like I said, he's gonna be forced onto the party in one battle. If I like it or not. I like this fruit. You're trying to find a bear that's not really native to this forest.
Guess we can do this.
Okay, I'm gonna. By the way, for now, I'm just gonna let Otto finish everything.
Oh, power that tries soul's shine.
Of course, you can see sort of.
Yeah, I beat you into next week.
Next week? But can you really?
Never mind.
But you can see if I leave it on Otto, the
Carol, come get the claw. I don't know what I'm doing here.
as you saw when I left Otto do it, the Otto for some reason behaves really strange. Especially when I give it the options of dodging, or it's not backstepping. For the most part, I may leave it on semi-auto. So I just have to click a button and Yuri will charge forward like a maniac. More need the...
Sir.
Give me it. I guess I'll let this scene play out. Here's how her normal default outfit is for people who are not playing the game yet.
Please, Great Tree.
And there's Yuri. How he's supposed to look like.
Estelle.
Huh? Whoa.
Man.
This may be a selfish. I'm happy this.
And we missed Flynn since we didn't just stick around there. Semi-auto.
That was easy.
And you may question why it bother hacking other people. Well, if you saw Estelle stats, her magic stats been maxed out. The reason that are some enemies which just have insane magic resistance. I mean, insane physical resistance where I cannot harm them. Here's this guy, which I'm not going to bother talking to since he's a darn text log, a wall.
Doors like this never open when you want them to.
And I always wonder what's up in that room there, which it bothers saying it's locked. Now Yuri just teleports. Let's go get the collector's book. Even I don't need it to. Let's just entertain. Need to because I already own it. Now Rita has joined the party. It's now safe to equip her with things. So it was this thing of consuming my MP, or my TP, which was annoying. Gotta make sure I don't turn on perfect magic. Since in my previous playthrough, I was wondering what was consuming my TP, and it was that ability. That makes Rita magic proof. Alright, on the way back out, but we get the tutorial of how Already an hour almost in. No, alright, the tutorial's up next. So let's see. I'll equip you standalone. You standalone. You standalone and you standalone. Oh yeah, if you're wondering where this skill comes from, it comes from the Colosseum.
Here. Glyph.
Can't skip.
That's it's the in the cast.
So,
Just aim face your. There's. That's all. That's a.
huh.
A sentinel.
Okay then. Keep your.
Are you?
I'm starting to think.
Here.
Isn't it?
We'll need to use.
Okay.
But still, these people don't know anything about decency, do they? And as you can see, it glitched out and 2 of the people are now missing. So we still have Flynn and Patty, which we're gonna be stuck with Flynn and Patty for the long run. Because like interesting glitch what that causes when I add these two is during the ship scene, which you take 4 people in. Since Patty's trapped on the party, I'm only permitted to take only a couple of them in. But as I said, it just gets ridiculous. But I will live with this uncomfortableness simply just to have.
It looks like they.
Okay.
Let's get this over with. All right. Who's next? That was easy. That was.
Okay, it looks like this makes Yuri fight by himself.
It doesn't seem fair.
It'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
Because you've lived a lot longer, right?
Not exactly. I get it.
Okay, well, I can see what happens now with it. Okay, it's not a skill that I would want to equip. Heavy spell makes the spell more powerful. Alright, she also has massive TP. Oop, don't want you. Don't want you. Actually, don't really need you. course, I believe I added a skill which I don't need. Technically, I don't need you guys, though. As I said, I'm not gonna really... Oh. Oh, look, he's level 200 now. Since he officially... But poor Rapide is still at level 14. Even Carol has bulked up. Okay. Like, and in most part, Carol, only time Carol will ever be in the party is when Carol is forced to be in the party. I really don't know how CAD works. This is avoid surprise encounters, yet even though I have it equipped, it doesn't seem to work. I wonder why Rapide didn't max out, since Rapide joined our party after everyone maxed out, but Rapide stays the same level. It stays at a low level. It's just interesting. Well, as I said, luckily I don't need much from Rapide. If only I kept the ring doesn't lose it. If only I could have kept the ring upgrades. Oh, this thing would go far faster. Well, I guess if this game had a give all items sheet, yeah, then I could just run. Then I wouldn't have to activate that switch right there. I could just immediately activate this switch right after that. Don't need to hit that switch down there. Since, as said, I don't need the treasure thing again. Yeah, save. Beat the boss, then save. Since I'll have to take a quick break. Oh, right, I didn't need to hit that. I only need to hit the things on the left and right of that golem, which I'm going to kill. I wonder how quickly he will die. So I beat this guy on unknown. Since my second playthrough, I played everything on unknown and was able to and even defeated the final boss of the game with unknown. And this I'm saying,
Hey!
as you can see, I have these weapons. If you have all 9 of these failed arms, you fight against a optional super boss. But you must have all 9 before fighting him in order to get the failed arms up in their true form. And he's extremely difficult. And my first playthrough, I went against him, which most people recommend not going against him.
Gee.
Yet I did it anyways.
But what I want is the Aqua Blastia.
If I still have good time, I will get all the failed arms.
Be careful. He doesn't know how to go easy on people. I will not let them use Blastia for evil.
Let's go chase him down.
Let's proceed quietly.
So you can see the awesomeness of it. Well, I need to take care of something, so to you it'll look like nothing. To me, I may be up for a bit. So I have to save and turn off the game so the timer won't advance. Well, technically I did just save so I could just load. But you get the point. When I resume, I will, well, technically have clicked yes to this load file. To you, I'll be just continuing. I don't even know why I am bothering saying this. And now back.
Let's get this over with. That was easy.
Boom.
How can he? So Flynn wasn't in there.
Kiss your. The overlip. I say the.
An over.
It's a tech. I say. But I. First. Curse you. All right. Blast. Ouch. Oh yeah. All right.
I'll blow you away!
That's enough for today.
Yuri.
I've got.
Not bad.
Nice work, men.
I'm sorry. I can't go back.
Nope. Wrong direction.
Man, could you be any weaker?
Don't get cocky.
All right, who's next?
We finished them off.
I finished them off.
Huh?
I finished them off. No one did a thing. That said, if I skip all the side quests, I should be able to have enough time to collect the other fell arms. So we can, so I can be able to fight the Duke's third stage for the third time. Oh wait, no, it is that direction. Hey, that was clearly not where I was. But never mind, that was the right direction. Ah, hate this place. Because of Holy Breath, we were able to stay invisible for quite a bit of time. We should be able to stay invisible and get out of this place.
Well, that was easy. Now Halur is safe as well.
I don't know.
But there.
Tiny tomb. You're supposed to, after you get that tomb, head back to that large tree and talk to a couple. But who has time for that? I already know how tents work. And I already used like several tents on my first playthrough by the time I got here. Okay, my invisibility has ended. I should be able to get inside the town. Okay, and yeah.
Man, could you be any weaker? Let us take caution. All right, who's next? Damn, it's not over yet.
Okay. Now Flynn should be showing up equipped with the weapons. Those guys really have some really good upper arm strength. There's Flynn using the sword I equipped him with, and there.
Yuri, are you all?
Okay. Let's see, what's it? Alright, Tectory. No, no, right. I was. Now, what was it? I'm trying to remember the order. Right. Okay, now back to the inn. There and wait, no. If we attempt to go in, then we fail, then we go kill Pony. Well, beat up the pony for a horde, which I have like dozens of. Even though those guys would probably be wiped out by us. Uh, item amplification. We're gonna be forced to use her for a bit. Real soon. And Flynn, since Flynn will be in the party. Okay, where's that? If you're wondering what I'm looking for, it's a ability that allows her to occasionally go into the burst again after bursting. It's a somewhat useful ability, allowing her to then go into a fever again. Here it is. And it's part of her weapon. But I'll tap it. It's part of, well, this weapon. Yep. And once she joins up for the first time, then I can equip her with the, as said, the better weaponry. Since then, canonically, she would have joined. And I won't have to worry about her bugging out. Well, it doesn't really matter, as I said, most of the time will be using Yuri, her, Repeat, and the one who I put into the Cosmos cosplay. Let's fight for like 2 seconds since you're gonna die.
I feel like an easy win.
Yeah, it is.
Don't get cocky.
This isn't over yet.
We must meet with the magistrate.
Less than a second. I have like 99 golden horns at this point. Was it run across again and then... Or was it stay at the end for once? Oh no, the guard. Yep, okay, it's sleep once. Then... Okay, well, the interesting thing of when I first played this, I missed a quite easy to miss title for Yuri because I didn't sleep in the next town we're heading to. No, I think I was just going into the room. Now we go to the house. Ah. As said, I'm remote playing this rather than using the Shadowcast, which you have seen me do with Pokemon, because I don't want to drag a PS5 all the way over here.
This place seems to get big.
Okay, if you're going for, if this is your first time or second time playing, and you're wondering why you're missing some monster data, there's some monsters inside down here, which are simply, you'll never meet again. All monsters down here are only found down here. So do make sure that you scan them with the magnifying glass item.
I'm gonna make you work.
Yeah, easy.
Okay, we have to go find a wolf. We can come over here, be some wolves.
Just go away. Pretty pretty good for a dog.
There. All right. Looks like I got the wrong key. That should be a key for the wolf.
Oh man. All right, all right. That'll be 100 years.
Then we'll go check that. Pretty sure. Of course, I must come over here to get another wolf key from this wolf.
Let's get this over with. All right, who's
Wonderful.
next? Yeah, easy.
Even though both doors have a picture of a wolf, so you would think the key would work on this door, but no. Well, as you saw how I thought, nope, you have to go get the wolf from the one room, then come back, go to that room, but then you can get to for that door. Yuri breaks down gate. Again, scan these enemies. Okay, I need...
That'll be 100
No
years
way,
before
no
you
way. Okay, killed the wrong one. One problem thing of the holy water is I have to press against the enemy.
All right, who's next? That was easy.
Okay. Okay, none of these guys. So it must be next door. Guy just standing here? Must be the guy we were looking for.
I feel like an easy win. Don't get cocky.
Yeah,
For fun. Oh yeah, make sure you also collect all the chests right here if you're going for that treasure chest trophy of Yuri's. Because since you need to open up a grand total of collect about 86% of all items. Well, not all items. There's chests and items scattered across the world which you can pick up. So you need to pick up. Wait, I thought I. Yeah. Okay, but I was saying, alright. There's a trophy which requires you to means as occasional items like are in the wall or in a drawer, which are not chest looking. You have to pick up those items also count towards the so-called a title, and you need to collect.
I'm gonna make you work.
And you need to collect at least 85% of the items.
Too well.
So yeah, ensure you pick up all chests here, or you're not going to have them in your databanks either.
I'm gonna make you work.
Alright, who's next? That was easy.
Trespassers. Blah.
Man, could you be any weaker?
How one
Don't
guy
let them trip
turns
you
into
up.
4 people.
The cry of victory! Repeat
You're
it.
getting on my nerves. But still, I'm guessing these guys use the same.
Just go away!
That was easy.
Because these guys use the same power that Yuri and his group use to get around as one person. Like, how do you explain being able to be multiple places at the same time? How one person then can split into many. Well,
Guess we can do this.
oh yeah, in terms because my strength's so ridiculous, it makes collecting certain
These guys connected to the
well
Blastia
for
P2?
secret
Just what
missions
is the
also
magistrate
for
up to?
out the game, which you need to do in order to get see the outfit I'm currently wearing for Yuri. Without getting the DLC, which this gives you to it, but gives it to you.
Out of my way!
The only other way is to beat all secret missions. And there's a secret mission here for sending Ziggy here off the
Trust
boat.
me, I will. Don't let me see you again.
I agree.
No, but don't fret if you mess up. There is a location that will grant you the ability to refight any of the bosses that have secret missions. As said, I didn't sleep in this town. I just kept on running forward. Oh, yeah, I forgot. But as I said, you have the option of sleeping in this town. I forgot about Flynn again. Okay, let's see what room is he. This room. Bye. And now we shall. Now we have to go find everyone. Okay, time to leave. If you rushed in right now, then you would be able to get a cutscene about Yuri being targeted. But because I already had that title, there's no point in me doing it. And it will also require me doing a lot of backtracking. So I won't bother with that side quest. And if you're wondering why I saved in a different save slot than the first one will be keeping me a targeted time. Or I have to beat this in under 15 hours in order to get the trophy. Now what I can read online, people can beat this apparently in under 3 hours. Well, around under 4 hours,
What's
I mean.
this do?
If they only go right for the main plot. But as you already heard, I'll be also adding collecting the fail arms, if I have time. As said, there are 9 failed arms altogether, and one of them require what? Alright, I have to remember to get the password. Hence, since you have to collect all hints if you want to even be able to put down the password. Try to guess the password, which the password is sun. But you have to collect all 3 hints in order to do it. this enemy you have to fight against. Or he's lured away, but if you're using holy water, you have the only thing to do is, well, as you saw, whack it. Downstairs is where we're supposed to enter the password, but we can't do that yet. How annoying. So yeah, do make sure you, if you're going for that treasure hunter trope title, you have to, well, brush against everything. I want to try that fatal strike thing.
What?
That fit.
Is it?
Hey, I won't. Oh. I see it.
What do you?
I see my. I'll finish it. You're done. Well, you need to teach. All right.
Too bad everything's too.
That was fun.
Amazing.
Too bad nothing would be able to survive me. Ugh. Just in case, rub all over. Nah, my holy water just wear that.
Just go away.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to that one later. Since that heads down. Oh, I missed. Probably missed this password B2 somewhere. Come on. Jump down. So yeah, I'll probably lose a lot of time here, since, as I said, I don't remember where all the password parts are. Yep, missed it somewhere. Probably one of the buildings that ran through too quickly. Where was...
I didn't.
Where was the password downstairs? Pretty sure it wasn't. Huh. It's a bit annoying you have to get all 3 hints. Well, let's get the cutscene with... Or maybe I'm just wrong about needing all 3 hints. Well, I'll go quickly check and go through all the houses again. Okay, it will let me. Even though I'm missing a hint. Now it's a forced fight.
That's it.
You're clearly at 0 health. Hello, repeat.
That
Alright.
monster was huge.
Everyone's supposed to slowly come in and try to help. I only... Well, now we have to go find Carol. A person who I wish we could leave, but unfortunately we have to. We need him in the party, or we can't complete the story. And also, we would basically... Yuri and the gang would die. I won't say why for people who haven't played the game. I will simply say you will see. Because that will be somewhere at the midway point of the story. But do know, Carol's fundamentally just here to be a, hey, we're supposed to be hero type people. Type person. There's the chef again. This is the second place where the chef pops up. No, the third place the chef pops up because he also doesn't see. Second place is at port. Is in those 2 port cities. Okay. Talk to these guys. Ugh, it's annoying. Really, guys? I got Flynn and...
Kiss your... Nice. Again. I say... The burst. You don't know... I say... But before... I say... Maybe it has... Go! I say... Art. It didn't. Huh. I wonder... And now...
I'll blow you away.
Ah! Arcane...
Take this. You're dead. Divine Wolf.
He's been dead 20
That's
times
enough for
over.
today. Nice.
Yeah,
Guys,
easy
make me
win.
waste my burst art.
Man.
Time to go sleep. I think it's just sleep. No. Okay, let's check on what's her name. Go leave, come back. pretty annoying combination. I think he was just asleep. Yep, there he goes. Call it a day. Now we sleep. Now we go check on her again. I think it was. Or was leave. So, that wide open, that no glass there type thing, would you want to stay in a inn like that? Okay, come over here. Alright, Reach is supposed to fall unconscious, but first have to get that. No. We've watched the tower, the barrier almost explode. I believe it was. What was that later? Nothing. Let's talk to. It's those types of things where it gets annoying of, okay, what am I missing? Okay, I think I was that. I said, even though this is my third playthrough, that doesn't mean you can't. When you're rushing through things, you occasionally forget things. Everyone parts, talk with what's his name? Go back inside. Everyone's back together. We can now leave. Alright, let's see. So she can cast her spells faster. Alright, we have to talk to stupid Flynn. Again. Saying we're abducting the princess. Again. Alright, and we also have to abduct her. Okay, activate the holy water. Holy bottle. So is the bottle divine, or is it the contents of the bottle? Okay, now in the Guild City now. Let's go talk up to Dawn, or was it go sleep at the inn? No, it's not to the Dawn. But then we just go. Oh no, alright, it's coming over here. You can scan these monsters right now if you want. Some of them.
Sorry if I hurt you.
Don't let up. There's more coming.
Why are there so many?
Oh, I forgot to fix my party.
Let's get this over with.
That'll be 100 years before you get it. You lived that long? Yeah, Esther is extremely sheltered and she can't understand sarcasm. Oh yeah, as you get accessories later in the game, they will appear here, who will give you unique outfit accessory sets based on
We're
certain
too late.
combinations of accessories you have, which is like one of the accessory sets
Guess
that
we
I'm
can do
using
this.
for Esther. I mean, well,
Not
I
bad.
can't pronounce her name.
How could they
You
do
notice
that?
she's wearing glasses and earrings. If you paid attention to when I started, I changed her accessories from cute bunny ears to, well, this set,
Looks like we have those.
which then granted her bunny ears with glasses. Now she's a smart bunny, rather than a cute bunny. Well, girly bunny, I guess, in her. I used to have her blindfolded, but now she's gonna be bunny. Black. In normal other outfits, it's black, but her swimsuit one, it turns white. Now we have to, I believe we go talk to Dawn. We can also go see the Bunny Legion. If you don't know who that is, I'll be inside in later. Now let's go in. Luke, as you get more titles, you have to ultimately collect almost every single title, but like one or two titles, and then talk to the guy. Oh yeah, and there's Chef again, which this guy formed a guild for bunnies. More titles you have, more rewards he gives you. This is the first reward. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. Eighth. Ninth. 10th, 11th, 12th, and now we have to wait a bit since he won't give Yuri his one up until a little bit later. But I do have old titles and everything. 100% of that, and 100% of this. So I've already collected it. And you will need to wear bunny ears on him, her, and that the other character, which I normally have in my party. And you have to have them in your active party for a total non-stop time of 5 hours. Means they have to be 5 hours straight. Of being in your active party. There's an exploit in this game, which you can make. Wrong direction. You can make great use out of here. At one point in the game, or later on in the game, there is this monster which I skipped by, but nearby the hold which we visited earlier. Oh, right. Where that enemy spawns monsters at a regular basis. Then you combine that with Rita's tidal wave to, well, build up quickly the, well, the fatal strike thing, which then you just have to make sure everyone's equipped with the weapons that shut down damage. Equip them so they can't do damage along with Rita, and basically have her being the only one spamming magic. Her ones shut down all of her skills, so she's only able to use one spell. Like I said, which I showed here. Oh, everything's off. But Tidal Wave. Yes, we know you hate bugs. And there's a huge monster. Killing all 12 huge monsters will get you a title for a title for the boy again. For him. And also and later on providing also a title for Elise here. Sorry if I'm messing up her name. But you need to complete the that end storyline in order to open up it for this, and also get repeat a unique specific attack, and I believe also a title. So yeah, but you also have to do a certain sequence. Like you have to see the Callan scene at the end. So having him introduced to the two couples to the couple, which are pretend. Shouldn't spoil. Okay, we're about to get to the boss. Okay, this boss also has a secret mission. The secret mission here requires you to, well, use this guy's trap skill. I believe it's, yeah, here it is, serpent, and have the enemy accidentally hit it with its tail. I already.
Is the air causing this? Is there any way to quiet? I was so surprised.
You can't relax yet.
The air is still out of control.
Right, we don't have the shortcut thing here yet. If you're wondering why I just said shortcut, later on there's going to be shortcuts if you go venture back into dungeons that you already clear. Which allow you to get back to the entrance. This chest is a trap. I guess you can guess what I mean by trap if you've played games with other trapped chests. Well, no, that was the right direction. No. Looks like the other internet pain match does not let me get through. Did I make a wrong turn somewhere? Oh yeah, I did. Went up.
Anomalous air condition.
Time to win. Fundamentally, it's basically
You're so old, you can retire
it's
and
practically
drink
impossible to
tea.
beat him the first time around, unless you like over your level
Are you some kind
yourself.
of monster, old man?
For the most part, this fight you don't have to win. You can lose it, and there's no penalty. But you can win it. We'll go over there later on. Okay, time to set up the next plot. Go over here. Oh, Guild War, blah 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 blah. Then we go to the Colosseum. But first we go to the clock tower. Okay, now we leave, then come back in. And now we go talk to Okay, do remember, I equipped him with a red sword. These are the two weapons he has equipped to him right now. No, equipped with the Master Shield for more fun. He's equipped and his default equipment. Doesn't matter. Let's leave him there. Eh. Somewhat don't want to lose this since it's expensive thing. Remember, he's equipped with. Yeah, let's not waste it and let's equip another iron shield to him. Okay, alright, sewers. We're going to be going through the sewers. Why am I coming over here too soon? I'm supposed to go find Raven. Okay, nope, there's Raven. Down we go.
Oh,
We have to worry about monsters. But yeah, keeping this light up will stop the monsters from spawning, but you just have enough energy to get from pole to pole, so you don't really have time
Could
to
you
look
be any
around.
weaker? Let us take caution. That was easy.
Yeah, and you already can see the problem of these two, like, already start causing. as you can see, just runs up just as we get over here. And we'll terrain as soon as we get to this next one. And if you're wondering why I'm just doing it even though I don't, since as long as I have this thing lit up, none of the monsters will even bother me, is because ultimately those lizard guys won't jump up on me, and they're annoying to deal with. And I said the holy water is just in case if I do let it run out on me. Oh yeah, by the way, and I forgot to mention, some of those save stations actually do heal you completely. Okay, that was a dead end. And my holy water went out. And as you can see, that we are forced to stop as well. Okay, we're almost out. Oh. I believe that one was supposed to heal you up, since right up next is another boss fight. But this boss fight has no secret mission.
Where are we?
Well, I guess I'll let it since it's an interesting scene. You don't really get to see him, Baul here, using his attack that often, because I don't think he ever fires a laser ever again after this. Okay, back to skipping again.
Yeah, easy win.
As you can see, he's still equipped the red sword. Next, we'll get Jabril as a permanent member. Remember what she was equipped to? One of those weapons I have like 50 of. There's.
Ta-da! You're free.
You need the key. Oh, sorry. Let me first get her. Oh, she's still equipped with it, I guess. Equip her with this. Equip her with dragon. Rune. Yeah, worth that. You know, let's make your damage great better. Okay. Apparently she's not gonna bug at me. You need a key to get this down. Alright, if they have the cutscene first. With this, we can apparently push levers forward, even though I don't think, even though Yuri probably done it all by himself. Okay, but first things first, we should be able to synthesize. Alright, first we go upstairs first, then she gives it.
You're pretty strong.
Now we go back down again. Hey. And there. Yeah, hourglasses really are quite useful. So do save them and use them against enemies which you vulnerably are having hard times with, and also this all divide as well. As you can see, knocks out 50% of all damage for a time, and this freezes enemies for a time. I use both in order to deal with more troublesome enemies to help me set up or get everyone back up again. Okay, now we go out. Okay, let's check Flynn. As you can see, Flynn's equipments have completely changed. Okay, but now it's fine to equip him with this. Since next time he pops up, he will he will keep this equipment. But for just safety purposes, nah. Just equip him with this. And the weapon which I had him equipped to is permanently lost. Means I will only be stuck with Patty left. After this, as said, Patty will just be stuck in my party until after she's introduced in the next set. She'll be introduced basically in the next area I'm heading towards. Or then she'll be finally kicked out of my party once she leaves my party by herself. So after she joins my party again, just to leave again. I wish there wasn't a cutscene for every time you did this, but there is. And unfortunately, you have to get right up again, right facing it. So you can't just go like, boop, like that. You have to go over here, basically, which is super annoying. So like, you will see what I mean higher up when we get to more complex patterns. No, sorry, you have to extend this bridge even though you're able to hit it with your ring. There's the shift again. Like here, you can clearly hit this ring, but it won't activate. You can clearly hit this one, but it won't turn on. And that one extends a bridge so you can hit this one. there's a bridge which you have to get on in order. Even though. Of course, then I said some of these mechanisms don't make sense. You will see when we get higher up about why do you have to hit that one? Like, why wasn't that one turning already? It should have been forced to move, especially once that other gear started moving. So yeah, this place makes fundamentally no sense. Like, this one only extends this, and you can clearly already hit the gear over here, which is the more important gear. As you can see, I barely moved. And that was the gear that we fundamentally actually truly needed it to hit. But nope, you can't hit it. It won't move no matter how many times you hit it. As you can see, I can hit that thing from here. Just had to adjust a little bit, but I'm still on the first panel. Yeah, can't aim up since Yuri's and which actually can't seems to be unable to. Can't hit this one when we're clearly hitting it. It won't budge until this bridge is extended. Somehow this got that gear down there moving, but then you can see, which makes literally no sense. Oh, went too far down. But then you can see, like, the gear here is not here's not moving. What's making this gear move now? In realistic terms, it should be the gear next to it forcing it to move, but as said, this machine in some locations doesn't make sense. As you can see, we have hit none of the gears that we truly need yet, but we need to hit them in the specific order. Because here's this gear which I showed I could hit from the first without extending the bridge. There are puzzles, but then there are puzzles that make no sense. And look, you really didn't even need that bridge extended. We could just hit it. And here's one of the gears that makes no sense. You see that there's nothing around this gear. Yet, it's one of the gears that we need. What is it even turning? It just seems to be spinning by itself. Like, what did we... How did that one down there get extended? This gear literally seems to be turning nothing. Can't hit from there, even though I clearly showed I could hit it. As said, this place makes no sense. Okay, alright, back to other secret missions. Remember that golem we fought whenever we got Rita? That thing's it has a secret mission of knocking it over. Then, as I said, with Ziggy again, there's a fight with Ziggy where The first fight with Ziggy, you need to beat him without letting him hurt your white mage. Doing so will get you the completion, and we're about to head off to the next secret mission here. See those things around here? And his minions? Oh. I forgot to turn off the thing off. Oh well. You have to not shut them all down. Okay, I'm just going to let her... Well, she should be able to last quite easily by herself. Okay, I better turn that off. So she's not by herself anymore. Well, he will keep on summoning more and more reinforcements. If you kill his men, he will just respawn with more men. He will just call forth more men. No.
Look, the knights have come back.
Okay. Oh, right, she left the party. When she rejoins the party again, I'm going to have to ensure I turn that off. I guess you heard he escaped because of briberies. Alright, I believe it's the inn, and then you're supposed to be shocked, or you're supposed to go to the... As I said, it's hard to keep track of things sometimes. Oh yeah, we'll stay at the end. We kill him. Now we start a guild. And we force the boy to be our guild master.
Monster.
There's our guy equipped with his new sword. A sword that's supposed to be legendary, or
What is going on here?
another one of these legendary swords where the knights were hunting of could the sword have gone type weapons. I'll have to play it since it's a nice, interesting scene.
I want to continue the journey as well.
Well, so I'll ship them.
Now that's what I wanted to hear.
Here. Okay, let me shut off that skill off of her. No, get in my party. What to equip with her? Since Rita got the better one. Alright, back to... Now we go back and get Rita back. We now start a guild. Yay! But now I get to one of the annoying parts. Getting through this stupid segment. I have problems getting through this segment where I can't figure out who I'm supposed to talk with. Okay. Talk to Verpeed twice. And we'll go to sleep. Luckily, we don't have to talk.
I hope we can find some work.
Okay, now gonna change her title. Oh yeah, also you notice her boots do change. As I said, you saw that her shoes are her side weapon. The shoes that her boots are normally, as I said, boots that go up to her knees. But when she's in an outfit that makes her have long, well, shows more skin, where it modify. Sorry, very wrong. Problem. Like here, it just puts her back in her regular boots. But for this thing, back that turns into into slippers. Oh, then back to, I was about to say, here's the segment which I sometimes get stumped on. Okay, I'm quickly going to grab something. Ah, that's going to add some time.
Yeah.
Now this thing. I had to figure out. Am I supposed to talk to people or what? Since it gets confusing. Do try Xenoblade, Xenosaga.
Well, shall we?
We also need to have a look at the.
Bottoms.
I'd like to pass if I could.
You're gonna make someone's disguise. When I believe her wearing this is distracting enough. People at the party members already mentioned if you chosen her, that her default outfit is alluring enough, and she goes for let's see. This as the outfit she's been trying to seduce the guard with. My first playthrough, I chose the boy to do it, and he dresses up like a little girl.
Do you have an outfit that can attract any kind of?
Attract any? How about this?
Ooh, it's
That's
no.
no.
No good.
Why? If cute was what we were going for, you could have just stuck with what you have on.
A swimsuit?
Right. In other words, it's not sexy enough.
Again. Oh, then how?
If you brought me a soft tail, basilisk scale.
Have it.
Oh, wait here.
What do you say? Does it look okay on me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It.
And why has Judith changed into that outfit?
Well, I had mine made too while waiting.
I think your dress is kind of too unique.
Really? I think it is very lovely.
Anyway, let's have Estelle distract the guard as
Okay.
Judy.
Like I'm gonna let this play
excuse me,
out
Mr. Knight?
since I haven't seen this yet.
Huh? Hey, you, no, it can't be. Not in that kind of,
You can't be the princess. The princess would never wear something so slutty.
It's just that you look,
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that?
Shh, pipe.
come a little close.
No, I'd like you to come to me.
Why would you run away?
And as I predicted, it came to blows in the.
If we hadn't done that, Estelle would have been in a tight spot, don't you think?
Yes. He might have gotten mad if he'd found out I was lying about my...
That's not quite what I meant.
All right, on to the next step.
Huh?
It should be easier to go in.
Who? Me?
Carol would work just as well.
No, he won't.
What?
Yeah, maybe you're right.
No, but it's Go Fury.
I guess I'll have. But really, a night of all things. Oh well, if this helps us fool them, all the better.
This was the uppity year he was wore when he was, well, a knight, and in the movie, which I still haven't watched yet.
Hey, quit Huh? You should get back to your post.
What do you mean?
The mage we captured is...
Roger, okay.
Huh?
If you chose him, he would just vanish and you will just run over here anyways. And find him knocked unconscious.
You got a lot of nerve locking me up in a dump like this. Do you have any idea who you're dealing with? Get your superior.
Rita, what?
Calm down already. I'll go call him right.
Shut up!
Wow.
Let me.
Settle down.
Yuri? Are you okay?
As I said, if you send the boy in, she would knock him unconscious.
Rita? Hide!
Down we go. Again, enemies. There are two unique enemies down here, which are missable. I believe you can fight more of them later on, but but if you're gonna go, you find them one here, and the other one here. Battle both of them. One of them, even though they both are equipped with halberds, one of them is a sword, the other one's a halberd user. They come over here, but once you come over here, you can't fight those other two.
You had one.
He does not have
How
a secret
could the
mission.
Empire cover for such evil?
We can't just let it go.
We should dry off first.
I'm a...
So some characters are boosted up to level 200, but others have not. Like poor Rapide. Even Judy is boosted up to level 200 when we got her, but not Rapide. Poor Rapide. Even though he'll be one of the people who I'll be keeping in my permanent party. I don't question why I put on Rod to be equipped with a spear for the rest of her days. Okay, time to get some more things for Rapide. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, repeat can encrypt this. Now to get a boat and to kick Patty off our team. Well, technically we have to finish going for the next segment, and then we can say goodbye to Patty. And then we'll have the canonical team once Patty's kicked out. Don't even need to bother of that lady. The question mark, just a part of another side segment. Alright, so I believe it's supposed to be, you're supposed to rest first. There's where you're supposed to, there's the fish. I said there's the another time the chef guy appears up. He also appears up in the other port town. You need to collect, if you collect all the rest, you need to find him in every single location. Talk to him. Then he shows up in the Colosseum region.
Huh. So even the Union can't sit still when it knows a...
Nope, now I'll need to talk to everyone. Which is super annoying. And now, just check her again just in case. Yep. Now we can go sleep. Wolf. Talk to the innkeeper. Yes. Now let's go to the port.
Ready to go?
It means the repeat's gonna be the lowest level if Patty doesn't instantly jump up. Did I? Alright, I was supposed to go back this direction, I think it was. They can't deal with a couple of sharks. I'll do it for you.
Well.
Yep. Wish they just turn off the tutorials once you in the new game plus thing.
It'll be nice if we don't.
You're quite the...
I'm just. Anyway.
Yeah, Leviathan.
Oh? Oh, that. Lately, if we were.
Still.
Indeed. You don't. No. Ah.
Everyone!
If you're wondering why I'm this is the missing part.
The world's spinning. I think I'm getting seasick.
How is she still alive in there?
Who's next? I got no time to think.
Just beat him senseless and you'll win. You're true to your reputation.
I tell you, Brave Vesperia doesn't have any shame in working in even while I'm looking for Apatheia and doing all sorts of other things.
Apatheia.
That's right.
That's nothing but.
I'm well aware people think,
Why are you?
well,
It's still alive.
It throws her up, then drops dead.
Patty.
Hit forward, and then we'll hit into the next. And here's the ghost ship that calls out to Patty.
You need to think about balance. This ship could also be attacked by monsters.
Well, we're stuck with Patty in the team. You can't get rid of her.
I'll do my.
And this is our team. Since we're stuck with Patty. She's a shop, but we don't really need anything.
All of you be... Thanks.
So Patty's can be, it'll be at two places at the same time.
Oh my.
Now Patty's in the team. As you can see, her weapons have changed. Now it's fine to equip her the best. And we're going to equip her with the very item she searches for dearly. Come on. If anything, she's the party leader. Get out. Here. You're not permitted in this team. And she jumps, so poor Rapide is the only one who didn't get a level jump. Poor Rapide. Now we try to leave. Alright, did we...
Can you imagine a more fitting captain for a ghost ship?
He doesn't seem like he...
Then what was that?
It's getting away.
Patty has history with it.
That might be Tokunaga's smoke signal.
Patty was summoned to this boat.
Huh? Wasn't... The Sarah's Blastia has been fixed.
And now we're done. Oh yeah, but if you wanted to revisit any areas, you should do you should do that before coming to the Coliseum here. Since once you come here, you're stuck on this island until you complete the plot here. And now we're finally rid of Patty. We don't have to deal with her terrorizing ways for in our party anymore. But she'll be back in our party once we hit the desert.
Lord Belly.
But we've come...
What?
Then we're asked by a guy to go beat up I believe it was just leave and... Alright, Patty should be down here. Talk to Patty. Then we go back up. It talks about Patty well, I guess I would have Patty being related to someone who has done great atrocity. I'll simply say it was the skeleton. I was supposed to be taking a nap. Yeah, I was taking a nap. Then you go. Then over here. Hard to keep track of sometimes.
Welcome.
believe Ren was the tournament, or I must delete. Gets hard. As said. Okay. Okay, we leave. We tend to leave, and then we run into the guy. I said it's a bit hard to tell sometimes. Since I said even though it's my third playthrough, that doesn't mean I've memorized all patterns. I would probably have to do this like 10 times to remember everything.
You stop.
Huh? What are you talking?
Okay. Now we go back and fight in the tournament. I believe it was. And after the tournament, it's supposed to be the desert.
See the cup you want. I had a.
And I'll just put him on auto. I could just
You'll be gone soon enough.
Just go for it. Scan. Oh yeah, by the way, scan all them.
I guess that was an okay
They are
warm-up.
also missable. So scan everyone in this fight.
For our...
Since
Hold still. I'll make this quick. No way. That was too easy.
On to the third.
Hold still. I'll make this quick. Come on, you can do better than that.
Wow.
yeah, he's just smacking them.
Hey. You could like your hat. Well, shall we put an end to the... How? Yuri!
Here's another
you gotta
secret
be
mission.
What do we have?
Yuri!
The secret mission here is you're supposed to overload him.
Now you That arm alone isn't gonna win this for you. You're all... You and that weird arm.
I won't let you do this anymore.
And there, full on empty on the gauge. Alright, we have to beat all these monsters up, then we're able to leave.
This looks easy.
It
Don't get
is.
careless. Man, could you be any weaker?
I guess I'll go easy on them.
All right, who's next?
Repeat! Your tail? Stampede!
And now repeats back.
Don't hurt us now.
That's what happens when I get sick.
I question how people can beat this game in 3 hours,
This'll make
but
good practice.
Don't get careless.
I guess they use exploits.
These guys are all over the place.
Here's her back in her party again for a bit. But she'll leave as soon as we hit into the next town, just to join back up with us permanently in the desert. Well, Bear, we have to kill you.
This looks
And your
easy.
friends.
I guess I'll go easy on them.
Resound, O cry of victory! All right.
And we're about to approach another secret mission. This secret mission, as the enemy approaching has a bit is technically a cluster of enemies. Basically, you have to kill the leader when the bats are split apart. Which I'm going to fail so bad since I'm likely just going to kill it. See? Killed it all was combined. If you want secret mission for this one, you have to
We need no succor from our enemies.
kill the leader bat. Which I failed clearly so horribly. Okay, well, inside this town is a very important item. A very important item. If you don't get it, you cannot complete a future secret mission. This item you can only acquire it through a skit. If you don't know what I'm talking about skits, I haven't been getting any since I've been basically training through everything. Let's see the item that you need to get here. Let's see if it should be here. If not, then it's in a different section. Is it under this? I'm pretty sure it's under key items. Not finding it. Ah, here it is. This item. You can only get this item from a very specific skit that happens in this town. And if you miss that skit, you'll never get a chance to get it. Here's the ship again. And you'll never get a chance to get it. So to find Repeat and Carol. No, right, it's just Repeat. It's just Carol. And come back in here, get the. Oh, right, it's Raven. I mean, look for. No, I did talk to her. Oh no, you're supposed to talk to Raven again. And back in we go.
This town kind of.
Yeah, thanks for the.
It would really be a...
Thanks.
Okay. I'm gonna stop for now. For this part. It's basically 3 hours in. And now we're at this part. Thanks for coming and goodbye.